They say Canelo got smashed. They say he's washed, past his prime, finished. But if you look at the numbers, the story isn't that simple. Now, what really happened is Canelo was in there with a fighter whose style perfectly exploits one of his historic weak points. And not just any style, a style that is rarely faced in his career. The numbers show in moments where something was actually happening, Canelo held his own and even came out ahead. So let's break it down. Terence Crawford isn't just a defensive distance controller like Floyd Mayweather, Dmitry Bivol, or Lara, guys who control range by staying safe, forcing you to chase them. Crawford brought something different. He's an offensive distance controller. He uses his jab as a weapon. He applies pressure with it. He mixes it with combinations and dictates space while still coming forward. Now that's a hybrid style. That's something that Canelo has never dealt with on the high level. So right from the start, he's being tested in an area that he's historically struggled, controlling long range when his opponent isn't just reactive but is actively setting the terms of the fight, seeking and destroying. Now, let's look at the numbers. Crawford landed 115 total punches. Canelo landed 99. Not a blowout, but an edge to Crawford. Whoever gets interested is in the jab column. Crawford landed 45 jabs to Canelo's 16. That's a huge disparity, and it explains a lot of what you saw. When nothing was happening, Crawford's jab was happening. That created a sense of dominance because every quiet moment was controlled by Crawford's lead hand. But here's the part people overlook. On power punches, Canelo actually outlanded Crawford 83-70. That means when he got close, when he engaged, when he was effective, he wasn't being walked down, he wasn't being smashed up, he was landing real work. His power connect percent was right in line with Crawford's too. So the fight wasn't just a wipeout across the board. It was one fighter winning the control phase with the jab and the other still landing the heavier shots and exchanges, but that was all he done. If you look at a typical round, the pattern goes like this. He's neutral, they're in a neutral position. Crawford jabs, he moves, he sets the tone. Now there's an engagement window and Canelo steps in. He lets his hand go. He might land a couple more punches. Crawford replies, but then he resets and starts jabbing again and takes back control. And that cycle kept resetting over the course of the fight. So the control piled up in Crawford's favor. But whenever something actually happened, when exchanges were taking place, Canelo usually threw more and slightly landed more punches. That's why I'm saying Canelo was smashed up, doesn't hold up. He wasn't dominated in inaccuracy. He wasn't broken down. He actually won the battle on power punches. What he lost was the battle of control. A washed fighter doesn't land more power shots than an undefeated pound-for-pound king. A washed fighter shows sharp decline in speed, accuracy, and ability to compete. Canelo didn't. He was just up against a style that neutralized him in between moments of success for the entirety of the fight. And what does this really mean for Canelo? It means he's still dangerous against anyone who doesn't impose that kind of jab as a heavy offensive distance control weapon. He can still dictate, he can still dominate. He didn't show he's finished. He showed he needs to adapt stylistically, which unfortunately is something that he's never been able to do since 2013 and 2012, fighting Floyd Mayweather and Lara. He was controlled, not destroyed. His legacy remains intact. And I just needed to add in there. Remember, I'm the guy that said that Crawford is going to smash Canelo. Canelo has no chance of winning. And if I'm being honest with you, I was shocked at how good Canelo done. I didn't even see Canelo doing what he did. But this version of Canelo stops Caleb Plant. He stops Skull. He stops Lara. This version of Canelo you just saw is the best version of Canelo that we've seen ever. And he was just in there with a all-time great boxer. Don't write off Canelo. If you found this breakdown useful, hit the subscribe and drop a comment. Let me know what fight you want me to analyze next. Now, for the best boxing where we teach real boxing, Forest Gate, London, Regal Boxing Gym. I nearly forgot my gym name there.